Okay, y'all, what's up? We down here. I don't know what's going on with this scarf, honey. I just slapped it on my head today. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. I'm on my way to the dispensary, but I'm in the middle of watching Fix My Life with these 4 black women who are there because they cannot seem, or they are failing in their intimate relationships. Baby, I tell you, Iyanla keep clearing them. Oh my gosh, she was like, you guys are all here because you are the same women. It was actually really good. I feel high, like high. What's going on? It's gonna be a little soccer game today. So yes, it's so far, it's so good. I do relate to the idea that of never have been in love, like never, or feeling love from like an intimate partner, like really, like I don't know what it feels like. So, you know, like I'm like, I don't know. And it's so funny because we all use the same word and all of us have a different idea of what it is or how it feels like. Everybody has a different idea of what love is. And it's so weird how we go into relationships looking for love, and you feel like you found a person or a partner, and it's like they have a totally different interpretation of what love is. You're like, wait a minute, this ain't love. But what they've seen and what they've gone through and what they've experienced, all of us, each and every single one of us, each and every single one of us have a different interpretation of love, of what love is or what love looks like in a relationship. And what one of the girls said that it resonated as well is that she never had a role model to see what it looked like. She saw a lot of what she didn't want. She saw a lot of relationships that she did not want to, reflect or mimic. That was my thing from very young age. I was like, oh, I don't want to get married. Because I don't want to get a divorce. Because that was in my head. Like, I don't want to get married because I don't want to get a divorce. Because I saw my mom and dad were not together, and then it's just like, I never wanted that. I didn't want that. And another thing that she said that was really interesting was that how we, why is this dog in the street? He need to get out of the street. Oh dear. Get your... He better get out the street for somebody hits him. He wants to die. He will not move. Get your butt out the street. He don't care. He's licking something in the street. He will not move, baby. Oh, he finally went back. He was licking something in the street, child. I got close to him and hung. He wouldn't move. And in the car behind me, they were yelling at the window at him. His ass wouldn't move out the street. Anyways, well, what she said that really resonated with me was that I said it the other day when I was talking about chanting like no justice, no peace, and how we know we are fully aware as a people, like you even read it in your religious doctrine that your words are powerful, and yet and still we make lists, well I did, of the kind of man I don't want, da, 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 da. And let me tell you, honey, what the universe gave to me, that person that I said I didn't want, everything on that list that I did not want. And you realize that, oh no, listen, I should be calling the things into my life that I want. That's why I don't understand when people are so negative and use negative language when speaking over themselves or as their community or over their family. It's like all these negative words that are just like, I don't even want to say low vibrating, but it just depends on what frequency you're on, whether it's low vibrating or not. And so I feel like we know, I don't understand. It's like we have a clear awareness that there's power in the tongue, and yet and still we as a community have been chanting words like no justice, no peace, and just recently I can't breathe. And then you're like wondering, why do these things keep happening? It's like, what as a powerful people, what are we calling into our community when we're chanting negative words over ourselves and our communities and our relationships and everything? I was like, come on, Iyanla. A lot of it was resonating, and fortunately I've done a lot of the work that I was, that's why a lot of it was resonating, because I was like, okay, I've been there. I've done that. I've gotten past that and this and that. But not having a role model. Then one of the girls said, I have all of these accomplishments as a black woman, and I find myself, I meet these guys that I don't even respect them to be a leader. I said, come on, bitch. I don't even respect them to be a leader. And it all resonated with all of them. Even Iyanla, she was like shaking her head, yes. And then she was like, and then that's when I started talking to him crazy. I said, come on, bitch, because, honey, hello. Because when you don't have a respect for somebody, you be like, nigga, what? Shut up! Talking to me like that. All the shit that I've gone through as a woman and has accomplished as a woman, and you as a man haven't accomplished a quarter of what I've done. And you talking to me crazy and want me to do what? Nigga, you better get out of here talking that crap. Shit. Lower your voice. Pipe down. Relax. Talking to me crazy like that. I felt that too. I felt it. I was like, that's it. That's the thing. That's a main problem that I have. And I can imagine the women who have 1,000 letters behind y'all names. Like, y'all, how do you find a man that you can respect that has done all the things that you've done to accomplish the things that you've done, and he hasn't done a quarter of that, have no letters behind his name, hasn't gone to nothing, done nothing, and still telling you, you need to let me lead. Nigga, what? Oh my god. And let me tell you, yesterday I had a bigger person conversation. Being the bigger person. Oh wait, are they not open today? Why is he parked right here on the side like that? Oh yeah, they're open. They open early. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm about to pull up. But on our way back, we're gonna talk about I had to remember what it means to be the bigger person. And it's not what you think. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw me processing it. But if you follow me on Twitter, we'll talk when I come right back, okay? Right. Hold on. So being the bigger person, honey. Y'all want to see what I bought? Okay. I wanted to treat myself because I deserve it. So I bought some stuff that don't mean nothing, but we'll see. Okay, so I bought this little ginger beer, ginger root. It is cannabis infused, the fizz. It's ginger. I bought a ginger one and grape. Okay, I had to buy grape sparkling water, and ginger root. So I'm not gonna drink those now. Drink them later. But then I also got some flour. And then some gummies, which are cran pomegranate punch. Look at the packaging, how pretty it is. So pretty. Shout out to Canna. Is that the name? Canna. It's so pretty. Look at how pretty it is. And then some flour. So I always show you the fun stuff because you guys be in different states, and luckily, I mean, gradually states are decriminalizing marijuana and legalizing cannabis, and it's a good thing for everybody. So slowly but surely it's happening around the country. Same thing, that same thing happened with alcohol, same thing happened with tobacco, same thing that's happening with cannabis. Yeah. Anyways, so being the bigger person. So, without going into too many details, there was an opportunity that was presented to me, a lesson that was presented to me over the last couple of days. And my old programming was telling me to be the bigger person, right? My old programming, yes, you heard me, to be the bigger person. And I was talking and to my therapist, and I was explaining a situation where the opportunity to be the bigger person was presented to me. And I was kind of in battle with that, like being the bigger person versus what I really want to fucking do, right? And she said, why do you have to be the bigger person? And I was like, you know what? Right. Like, why do you have to be the bigger person? So as I was processing this lesson, I've come to the realization, and it didn't take me long, luckily. Shout out to RLM3, Unabashed Generalist Shirt. Go to his site. He's a content creator, reviews, gives his pithy commentary on Real Housewives of Atlanta and things going on, pop culture stuff. Go support RLM3. Shout out to him. So what I was saying was that I realized in the lesson, and like I said, luckily it didn't take me long to learn the lesson, because now I have the tools that I need, that when I'm presented with something, I can go to a therapist and ask them, or just go into my toolbox and say, like, has this been presented to me before? And sometimes we do operate from old programming, right? Especially if we've deprogrammed that part of ourselves and we haven't had to go back and learn that lesson, because I do feel that lessons are presented to us throughout our journey over and over, because we do live in a Sicilic, matrix, and those things present themselves, and it's like, okay, do you have the tools to make a different decision than the one that you did last time? The decision that you made last time didn't benefit you, so what are you going to do the next time it comes up? Are you going to make a different choice? And I've always been from the place like, okay, if I make a different choice, will the lesson come back up again? And I've learned that it will come back up again, to make sure that you have mastered that part of that deprogramming, right? And that you're operating from a new program. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying? So I thought to myself, being the bigger person is almost like an ego boost, like for your ego. It's like, I'm the bigger person. I was the bigger person. But what I've learned is, in that, you're feeding your ego, you are denying your higher self, and you are going against, usually you're making a compromise that you really don't want to make, and so you kind of go against yourself to be the bigger person. So you serve your ego, but you do a disservice to yourself. What do you think about that? How do you think about that as a concept? Tell me what you think about that, because that's how I processed it yesterday. Like, why do you have, because she asked me, why do you have to be the bigger person? And I'm thinking, like, I want to be the bigger person in this, right? And being the bigger person means what? You have this idea that you're bigger than, you're higher than, you're better than. No, I don't have to be better than you. I could tell you, here's what it is. And I don't have to be the bigger person, because when I am the bigger person, I kind of go against myself. And we're not operating from that programming anymore. You understand me? We're not being the bigger person and compromising ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So that's how I processed it. Y'all let me know what you think. Now I'm going to go back and finish watching Iyanla, that episode, and I'm going to come back and talk about the rest of it, because they were at the tea party. I basically just told you what I've gathered so far. I'm actually in the middle. These episodes are almost 2 hours long, so I don't know what's my skin. I look like I got a tan or something. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, y'all, so we'll come back and we'll talk about it, all right? All right, take care of each other. Let me know what you think about that, about being the bigger person. Have you ever been the bigger person? And wait. Let me ask you this. In times when you have been the bigger person, did you go against yourself, and did you make a compromise that you really didn't want to make? And so you were the bigger person and you did something that was in direct conflict with yourself. All right? Okay. All right. We'll come back and, well, I guess we get in the comments and talk about it, okay? Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.